I believe in you really, but although you guys have disappointed me a number of times, but up to date, you guys really did a good job, and yeah, I really want to believe in you guys again.
Hi, Senior Minister. We all just watched your little video segment, and we thought that, you know, since it's elections like in a few hours time, we wanted to tell you and respond to you. And since you have asked young people to come forward and to tell you what our dreams, what our aspirations are, I think this is a good opportunity just before the elections start to tell you that I think all of us here are not all pro-PAP. In fact, we are all neutral or pro-Singapore. But I think your invitation was a good one and we like it, and we want to tell you what we think.
What dreams do you have? What aspirations do you have? I am in a position in government to help shape their dreams. And we should engage in the dialogue to find out what young people want. As parents, as grandparents, we should not want our children to be exactly like us. We belong to a different generation. Young people live in a different world, live in a different Singapore. They must find their own way forward. But we are in a position to help. We've got the resources, we can help you. We will not stifle you. If you do not know what you want, we may try and create a Singapore in our image. And our image may not be the one which you want. So it's important that you let us know your aspirations.
Hi, my name is Andre, and I'm 23 years old this year, and I aspire to be a designer.
My name is Colin. I'm 20 years old this year. I'm about to go into NS.
Okay, hi, I'm Kiro. I'm 16 this year, currently waiting to take my O-levels. My aspiration is to be a street magician or make it big in magic scene in Singapore.
I'm Maurice, I'm 22, I'm an office guy. Wanted to go to uni but have no cash.
Hi, I'm Wilson. I'm the second oldest here, based on age. So, personal aspiration, I started an NGO called ECO. Personal dream is to be able to create 10,000 green jobs by 35. I've got 6 more years to go.
I have a brother who got into an accident some time back relating to the army during his service. Now he's paralyzed from the waist down. But the problem is that we have no compensation about it. Why is that so? I really have no idea. Why is the ministries or any governmental agencies are willing to come out here and help out all these people who are less fortunate? I have no idea.
Initially, I wanted to take my degree for this year, but what is actually stopping my dreams and aspiration is about the money issues here. What happened was I actually have to work part-time, and it's very difficult for me to cope sometimes. So the main issue here is that I really hope that as a government, please look out for women who are divorcee. I mean, there are a lot out there as well. One of them is my mother, and I really hope to have a house of my own and not always chasing after time, working for the money to make sure that my mom and I save enough money to pay for the rental. And on top of that, there's also a lot of things for us to pay, you see. My father is a huge gambler, and up to today, he's in great debt, and that's why my mom left him for that. You know, why? Because he needs to support the family, and no choice, he had to gamble, and he had to go for loan sharks. Loan shark after loan shark after loan shark.
And talking about that, everyone say, go get scholarship, go get bursary. Everyone say, yeah, there's a lot all over. So, of course, I went to find Singapore Design Society. But when I went there, email, first they pushed me to somewhere else to, why don't you find a Georgette Chen or some other private institution. Really talking back on that, it really hit me because I'm 23, and in the next 5 years or so, I'm probably looking into getting a house with my future spouse or something like that. But looking at the increasing price of property, I don't know, would a 3-room flat cost $500,000? I don't think everyone can afford that.
Because I think there are people who feel strongly that there are good jobs that we have done, but there are also certain gaps you are missing out. For example, most of us here don't really have a degree.
Yes.
Yes.
None of us.
Or rather, when we want to get a degree, but it's so difficult.
Yeah.
So actually, just ask a very brutal question here. 2 days time, election, right? Is it better to vote opposition or vote PAP? Given that both sides now realize the important need for change. Correct? Which would be a more meaningful approach to the whole issue?
Honestly, I feel we should like trust PAP first, because if they don't change, they will still be able to sustain this standard for another 5 years, which might or might not work. But instead of handing it over to a completely new party who we don't know whether it can work or not, we are risking everything just to try. So why not give PAP this one last chance, to listen, and maybe we do better. If they still can't do it, then maybe we hand it over to opposition.
Or just suffer for another 5 years, right?
Yeah, instead we can suffer for 5 years, or if opposition comes in and we crash, then we might as well suffer for 5 years than die.
$500,000 3-room flat.
Hey, you get to vote in the election.
Gonna go roof, man.
Yeah, a roof. I need a roof.
The roof is really
So
very
I
Honestly, I
don't
feel
mind the
something.
5 years. Let's not make it a long and hard 5 years.
Yeah.
But the problem is, sometimes it's not your problem. Or rather, the problem is not with y'all. It's the people in between y'all and us. That's where the thing screws up, and then we put the blame on you. So
Two autopilot.
a bit not fair to MPs or ministers also lah, because of that kind of thing. So maybe you want to do a bit of rearrangement, get a bit more hands-on, rather than just sit there and sign forms. Meeting people will be good.
But there are a few MPs who really do that.
There are.
But
One of them is, I have to say, Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan. He's very active.
Vivian Balakrishnan is good.
Then also
He's
he's also
he's
That one,
very
agree,
active.
agree. But unfortunately, the MP at my place is Lim Biao Chun or something like that.
Yeah, why name
My
him?
one is Lee Hsien Long.
So it scares me, or the $60 billion man. I mean, we got to think through many angles. Sounds very populist, sounds very good. And this is supposed to be SM's PPS last time. To me, okay, very seductive, very exciting, but are these the people you want in government, right?
We
Running,
need to choose
holding.
the right people.
Yeah.
People who actually pinpoint what is your problem.
Honestly, anyone can make decisions, but not anyone can operate, can do all those kind of really tough jobs.
I beg to differ, because as someone who is running a business, I feel that decisions are the toughest things to make.
I agree
Because
with that.
yeah,
difficult.
because if PM makes the wrong decision, it
Singapore
goes
die.
all the way down the line. So, and it has to be a decision that benefit the most number of people. So it must be a fact-based decision making. My gut feeling is that they have become so fact-based that they forget the humanities, they forget the social part of it, and the feeling part of it.
Compassion.
But it's easier to go from fact-based to feeling-based than from feeling-based to fact-based.
Yeah.
How much
Now
per vote?
it's not who is the best for the job, it's who is most popular.
Exactly.
So you might be the best guy to lead the country, but if you can't talk, you can't rally, nobody knows about you, you still won't get a job.
Cannot
Heading up the MP.
So honestly, this system is like, it goes against the so-called meritocracy that you are talking about. Because there are people good enough to lead, just that they cannot talk only.
As what Goh Chok Tong said in the video, I want to now engage with you, I have the resource, right? Would you believe that they can do that?
Yeah. I believe in you really, but although you guys have disappointed me a number of times, but up to date, you guys really did a good job, and yeah, I really want to believe in you guys again.
Thanks very much for your time, guys. Generally appreciative for you being here, totally unscripted, and we spoke our mind. So, government, back to you.